Welcome back to another episode of Pluribus. We are on episode 5 titled Got Milk. And I've seen some images floating around of like how much milk they've been showing. There's a shot of Carol's fridge where she has Oatly in there, so not cow milk. And then Zoja was drinking, I think, strawberry milk. There was a milk truck being unloaded for the hospital last episode. So I'm interested to see if there's some sort of connection with the milk or if the title of this episode is just a little like just to get us off of the track of what's kind of going on. And just a couple other thoughts before we get into this around the drugging of it all. I think like I have a little grace for Carol because I do think there's some downplaying of how insane this situation is. To be alone, to lose the one person that you had in your life, which, I mean, granted, if she had other people, they would also be either dead or in a hive mind, but she doesn't even get those bodies, they're manipulating her with Zoja. She's confused because she's grieving, but also attracted clearly to Zoja. And she's frightened and she's scared. And she's also like not somebody who seems to trust easily anyway. So putting her in this situation is not, um, it's not shocking that she doesn't want to just assimilate. And when we find out that her mom sent her to conversion therapy, which is horrific. A horrific thing you can do to your child. Absolutely such a scary thing for Carol to have gone through at such an impressionable age. Also, Mojito, say hello. He's like, "Can I please get comfy?" I think that makes a lot of sense too. It hopefully opened up some more empathy for others for Carol. If you weren't already there with her, because I know for me it strengthened that. Now, I think there were some misses. I think there's a few things with the drugging. One, I don't think Carol took into account one how much her body is able to handle. She's done heroin in the past and she drinks like a sailor. Right? She has some drinking problems. Her ability to handle that drug at the dosage that she gave it to herself is probably not the same that Zoja would be able to. And then also Zoja was probably on other medicine. And then in addition to that, Zoja might not be able to speak English. And and then there's the thought that it could have been like a failsafe that if something like this has happened, the hive mind has a way to shut down whoever's body is in that position since they can't lie. They can't lie and they can't lie and they don't like making the people sad, which I find to be probably the most interesting element of it so far because in my mind, like I'm still like I know their words, right, for wanting to get these last 12 like into the hive mind. I know what they say. It hasn't fully clicked for me. I don't know if it needs to click for me. I Cuz it could just be something that's like I don't there's no way that you explain this that I'm going to be like, "Okay, I'm on your side." That could just be where it is for me that I'm like this is just not I would never want this. I would never want to assimilate to this hive mind of thinking for like the greater purpose of who knows what. So I'm just so uneasy about it, but like they don't want to make you sad, which it's so funny that they don't like I don't know cuz they don't seem to care so much about individual bodies. Like once somebody is assimilated into the hive mind, the individual body serves a purpose, but it also there are so many people that it seems like they don't need all of the people. So like if they lose a couple million billion, they don't really seem to care, which is interesting. As long as they get those uploads, they're happy, but then also they're committed to making the 12 happy, which I don't know, that's an interesting layer. That's why I think I just don't understand the whole bit of it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not trusting. Maybe I'm Maybe I'm just more like Carol. I don't really know. Like I know because I said that last week and then people were like, "Well, they told us what they wanted." And I was like, "No, no, no, no. I've heard that. I've internalized that. I just still don't it's not grippy for me." And again, I don't know if that's because I don't know if it's not grippy because I just don't agree with it or if it's not grippy because there's more to it that we just don't know yet. And it could be either, and both are fine. Either is fine. So, excited to go into this episode. Episode 5. Thank you for being here. Now we have a longer wait for episode 6, but let's get into this. As always, full-length reactions on Patreon. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the episode. Okay, this is our first time seeing them utilize a kid's body. Oh, Carol. That's probably for you. I guess that's still weird, though, to just, like, answer phones. Just the only conscious person in this state, I'd imagine.
Hello?
How dare you make my son cry?
Oh, what?
Lakshmi?
Oh.
You made everyone cry, and you gave your chaperone a heart attack. What is wrong with you?
First of all, I don't have a chaperone, so stop calling her that. Zosha's gonna be fine. Thank you for asking. And third of
Why
all...
do you do such things? Are you mentally unsound?
Are you?
Lakshmi, I think that there might be a way to fix it.
You do not ever make my son cry again.
I feel like Lakshmi's on the opposite side of where
Hey,
Carol is.
If Miss Sunshine asks for my phone number again, you tell her to pound sand.
Wait.
She's gonna be all right, isn't she?
She's gonna be fine.
See, her staying here, it's like she cares. Or maybe she just feels guilty. 'Cause she could just go home, but she doesn't. She could ask them to bring her all the comforts of the world, and she doesn't. She just sits here and waits. Hi. Why did he just come look at Carol for a second? Wait. Are they? They're all leaving. This is creepy. Are they abandoned? Are they leaving her? I mean, it could be for, I mean, they could think it's for the safety of all of them if they leave her. Holy shit. Not a single person. Did they also take Zosha? So did that person earlier when she told them not to let Lakshmi have her number, did they ignore her? Well, they did take Zosha. Oh, they're scared of her. Oh, no.
Hello?
Oh, fair. Because it's not even the, like, killing of the bodies, right? It's the fact that she's trying to figure out how to reverse it. And I think she got closer than they're comfortable with.
Hello,
Hey,
Carol.
where did
This
everybody...
is a recording. At the tone, you can leave a message to request anything you might
Oh,
need.
she's been abandoned.
We'll do our best to provide it.
Oh, no. This is a manipulation tactic, though.
But after everything that's happened, we just need a little space.
Because she's fully reliant on them, is the thing. They've created a world where everything is under them. Food, power, etc. So she has to ask them for things. Even though she has that sprouts, that'll only last so long. Oh, they're leaving town. Oh, they didn't just leave the hospital. They're leaving town. Oh, shit. The recording is what makes me think it's because she got too close to the answer.
Are you fucking kidding me? Fine.
Good riddance! Fuck you!
Ooh. There's the part of me that's like, well, you did hurt Zosha. But then there's part of me that's like, I don't think that's why. Because she killed how many people and they weren't afraid of that. They're not afraid of her killing the bodies. I mean, of course, if she killed too many, then yeah, that'd be a different thing. terminology.
Afflicted people.
To my 12 fellow survivors.
Oh,
Some of you know me.
talking
Some
to
of you
the
I've
other
yet to meet.
survivors.
There is a way to undo this situation.
They can't lie, which is yet another thing I've discovered. What is this solution exactly? That they didn't tell me. So resisted telling me that everybody suddenly burst into tears.
I thought it was because they were making her sad.
They completely abandoned the city I live in.
Carol, you're not looking good. Carol, can we take that
Which says to me,
off your wrist?
I'm on the right track. Some of you think the world might be better off this way. Peace, love, and understanding. Enjoy that opinion. Because it may be the last one you ever possess.
Okay.
That you have peace and love forced upon you. Who knows? Maybe in that last fleeting moment, you might just realize you treasured your individuality.
Yeah, that's what's grippy to me. That's why I'm Team Carol, right? It's that individuality and the forcefulness of the
These people need
assimilation.
saving. We owe it to humanity.
Yeah, you got me there.
Call me anytime, day or night. Good luck and Godspeed.
We could have done a little better.
Hello, Carol. This is a recording. Our feelings
Got it.
for you haven't changed.
Got it. I've made a video. You're not going to like it. However, I want you to make 12 copies and distribute them to all of the other people like me.
Uh-oh.
I certainly can't force you to do this. However, you doing it would please me. And I know you're into that.
They have a pleasing kink.
I can't be held responsible for the biblically shitty mood in which I will no doubt find myself. I'm going to leave it outside on the curb by a rock. And I'll stay far, far away. Because God knows you need your space.
There was another video she made, but now I'm a little bit nervous. They are going to also copy and send out and about. One where she said someone was fuckable. Is that a drone? Oh, wow. They don't trust her at all. And it's too risky to get anyone near her because if she asks them to come inside, even if she doesn't try to drug them, she might try to just get information out of them. And that's what scares me because if not answering the phone call, it's what's really edgy to me because they're so afraid of having to answer her questions in real time, I think. Whereas if they can control their response time, I think they can shut it down if needed. I don't think she slept in this bed yet. Also, she did not take a drink. I'm proud of her. Oh. Fuck. You don't have a guest room? Excuse me?
Nope.
Wolves? Look, I'm just let him have it.
Get out of here!
Why can't we just leave it and adjust how we throw things away tomorrow?
Hello, Carol. This is a recording.
Yeah, we know.
I want the lights back on. All of them. Everywhere. Now.
Everywhere. It's a little bit of a crazy ask. And then there were none. That seems like a pointed book title to have there. I've not read that book though. Oh shit, they released a few pages of the book and I haven't read it yet. I just don't understand why they do these things. Why they have to obey.
At the tone, you can leave a message to request anything you might need.
I need my trash picked up.
She's really utilizing them a lot. Somebody who wants independence. I get it, but they created this world where everything relies on them. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Carol. This is a recording. We can pick up your trash as long as it's bagged, and each bag weighs 17 pounds or less.
What? Oh, because of the drone. Is it too heavy? Or just the drone is inefficient? I'm thinking just inefficient. Oh my god. Right. That was an expensive mistake. Oh my gosh. Okay. Perhaps we should have done this in the first place. All milk? No. Look at that again. Milk has something to do with something. Milk, all milk. Oh, that's a lot of milk. Got milk? Oh, Carol. At least of all the dumpsters you could fall into, that
You
one.
motherfuckers sure love their milk.
What is it about milk? And it's all flavors. And is it all like 2% and whole milk? It's just all cow milk. Is there like skim, whole milk, vitamins A and D? Duke City Dairy. That doesn't look like milk.
Hello?
Oh, she sounds genuinely scared. Oh, just some crows. What is that? Sugar? Huh. How do we figure it out? What it is though? I'm sorry. Is it chlorine? Oh, wait.
They drink this like it's going out of style. It's not milk. And then the resulting liquid is all they seem to consume. What does it do to them when they drink it?
Might feed them? It might be like a really efficient way for them to get nutrients?
It does not smell like anything. Weird texture. It's kind of like olive oil.
Because, see, I don't think they're eating. I don't think that they're taking care of the humans like we expect them to take care of humans.
And I tested the pH. It is a 7.1. Neutral. Basically, it's neutral. You know what else is neutral? Celery. And water.
That's how she knows it's made with water. Okay, interesting.
Are you even getting these? Because how the fuck would I know?
No! Carol. Did she feel like maybe she felt like she was too aggressive? Okay.
Greetings, fellow survivors. Carol Sturka here with an update.
There's such a bite to her tone. I mean, they are still doing as she asks, right? They turned on the power. They're picking up her trash. Or they tried. Oh, they're back. If they try to start digging... Carol, put it down. If they start to dig Helen's body... Oh no.
Hey!
Carol. They're probably so hungry. Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking come loose!
Carol. Sorry, Wolf. I thought she was gonna kinda... Oh, nope, she is. You did it. You did it. Well, now we know. It was dark. It was dark. Finally. Optimistic music playing. Oh. Oh. Haha. Come and get her now. Oh. Feel it. She's so afraid to feel it. I feel that moment of like how that felt like when you're walking through a doorway and your belt loop gets stuck on the door handle and it's like just your last straw. Okay. Well, it's not sold there, so interesting. Same bag, but that is definitely not dog food. There we go. She's good. She's a good little Nancy Drew. A sleuth detective. Okay. That looks like all the stuff that could be used in the dog food, yeah? Or is that, or this could be where they're keeping all the fruits and veggies? What? Holy shit. Oh no. This is big. No. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare show me a credit. Oh, Vince Gilligan, when I see you. I don't know him. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna... He's got me. He's got me trapped in his hook. I'm trapped and I don't want out. What did she find? It's gotta be something scary. I don't know. I've had a conversation because last week I said something like, do they not shower or something? And I've had some comments where people seem like really adamant, like, of course they shower, of course they're doing all the human things. And I just don't know why we would be assuming that. For me, for a show like this, an assumption when the world is turned upside down and there's aliens that have inhabited humans, I don't know why we're assuming that they're treating them like humans. It don't make no sense why we would make those assumptions. Assumptions make an ass out of you and me, you know? But I don't, yeah, I personally don't think they're being, the human bodies are being treated like humans. They don't even still use the names. They don't even, it's like they all share a consciousness. I think if they are doing anything to the human bodies, it is for the 12 people that they are trying to get into their little horde, their others, to feel safe and comfortable, only for manipulation, only for their advantage. Are they having these other bodies do things? Can the bodies eat? Probably. But also maybe they can't even take medicine. And maybe that's why. No, that wouldn't make sense because those just said they could drink vodka. So, I do, like I said, I think that they can consume things. I don't think they need to. And one of the reasons why I think this is because when the grenade of it all happened and Zoja had to go to the hospital, she was smiling while she was talking to Carol. Those bodies don't need the same, like, obviously the body needs blood, but like there's something about this virus that's in them that it doesn't operate the same exact way as a human, I don't think. So I personally don't think they're still showering or eating or sleeping. I definitely don't think they're sleeping. I think maybe the humans that are like around the 12 that are being kind of used might be sleeping, might be pretending to sleep, but like, I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. I think the bodies can still feel physical effects of things, like if they get drunk or if they get hurt, but I don't think the brain does. So, maybe there's a link there to like, well, then they would get hungry, but then it's also like, that's probably why they're feeding them this goo. But what is the goo? What is it? I don't know. That's just a theory of mine though. I could be wrong, but I don't know why I don't really think it's fair to tell me that I am wrong, like straight up, because you don't know. I don't know and you don't know. We don't have any assurances that they're doing normal things that humans do. Um in my opinion. I don't think we can really truly say either way. But I do think whatever we just found is huge. Because also this is the halfway mark. This is over halfway through the season, right? We only have 4 more episodes left. And this is for sure the turning mark. Now, I've this is really my first introduction to Vince, right? Well, I mean, I guess I watched Breaking Bad in college, but that what I remember really from that show, where the pacing of it is not, I mean, I remember the basics, but like you also got to remember I was in college and like using it as like background noise while I studied or worked on projects, you know. Um I went to an art school, so a lot of those projects were like art and whatnot, or using it to like fall asleep to. So it wasn't actively watching to the fullest extent. So I'm not super familiar with the Vince Gilligan pacing of it all. And something I have seen online since this show came out is that Vince Gilligan is a little bit of a cooker. He's a little bit of a he's a broiler. He's not cooking on he is cooking on high heat in the grand, like in the total scheme of things, but it's like cooking a nice juicy steak. Like, don't you want to cook that on low heat and like ride it out? Like, really, I don't know. I'm not a cooker in any sense. So this analogy is getting a little bit out of my own hands. That I personally am enjoying the pacing of it, but I have heard that Vince Gilligan's pacing is um it might seem slow in the moment, but it is like chock full of detail and like really cool artistic shots and world building and whatnot. So I have full faith. I don't know. There's something about the way that this has been presented and given to me so far and spoken about from the creators and well, creators meaning Vince Gilligan and then like the showrunners and stuff, like all the people who have been on the podcast, the way they talk about the production of it, that just seems really really rooted in creativity and like is inspired and just like for the love of the game, you know? Not a for all intents and purposes, it kind of seems like Vince Gilligan's name got him this opportunity and he was like, "Man, I'm going to have fun with it." Like it isn't, which I kind of appreciate from Apple TV. I feel like Apple TV shows from what I've experienced so far, which is a little bit limited, but Ted Lasso, Severance, and now Pluribus. So maybe I've watched one or two other one-offs. Is they just their quality, in my opinion. Everything I've experienced from it is good quality, good acting, good stories, good world building, good thinkers, not rushed. They don't seem like money grabs, you know. And I do appreciate that, or at least that's kind of how I vibe with it. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Now, I'm really locking in on kind of the theme of individuality. I don't know what, I think people have kind of been phrasing it as collectivism versus individualism, maybe is what people are saying. That's kind of where this episode had me thinking about the most. I think ever since the I think ever since the conversion therapy conversation in episode 4, it really had me kind of really, really lock into this theme of it of more than anything else that has kind of landed for me. There was a really good moment with Carol today when she's recording these videos and she's talking about like how much individualism means to you, and I just think to me that is the essence of everything that we've experienced, well, of a lot of the things that we've experienced in this show. And I think it's something that I think about a lot because I spend a lot of time reading comments that are telling me that I have to feel the same way other people are feeling. I'm not allowed to like or dislike characters that people dislike or like. I'm not allowed to find other meanings in TV shows because that's not what is written in the gospel and in the stones in and Not allowed to have theories that aren't what other people's theories are. You know, I spend a lot of my time being told I'm wrong, being told that my feelings are invalid. And there are days when it's like, okay, whatever. And then there are days where it's like, why am I not allowed to have my own thoughts? Isn't that so cool when we can have a conversation and someone can say something and you can go, oh, I never thought of it that way. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I'll be interested to see how that pans out. Oh, I didn't have that same reaction. Like, isn't that cool? Isn't that what makes life so cool and so rich? I'm very much just like a live and let live kind of gal for the most part. Now that ends when the lines are crossed of people being able to express themselves, when people's opinions or um thoughts are trying to get people to very similar to this, like be the same exact way, like not let other when things are to stop people from being who they are. No, of course, like if somebody wants to be a pedophile, yeah, I'm gonna want to stop that. So that's not what I mean. You know what I mean? Like people's sexual identities or um I don't know, just I mean, yeah, sexual identities and just kind of things that people like. I don't know, we're in this world, this really exhausting world where everything that we think and we do is being just torn to shreds. You can't like an artist without it having to be kind of dug into in this super deep way. And if you like an artist that somebody else hates for no reason other than just to hate them, like people are using hate or their whatever they want as a way to elevate themselves above you, like, oh, I'm better than you or I'm cooler than you because I'm in the majority and I like this or I hate this. And I don't know, it's like, why do we all have to like the same things in life? You know, I don't I don't know. And it's so many and it's kind of complex sometimes because like there shouldn't we be able to have like critique and conversation and kind of um like I don't know. I think we've lost the plot a little bit in terms of individuality. I mean, I feel so bad for these kids who feel like they have to always have the newest water bottle and the same makeup and the best clothes, and like there was always an element of that. But also like I remember there was the kids who um and maybe this was just me, but I always looked up to the kids who like beat by their own drum. You know, like I was always really jealous of like there would always be that like one popular girl who wasn't like the others, but they loved her anyway. And I was like always jealous of like that girl, not like the ones who all dressed the same, but like the one who was different. I don't know. And um I just I don't I don't know, I'm not a kid and I don't have kids, so I don't see exactly what they go through, but I see certain conversations that people have on the internet and I just get so sad for them to not I don't know. And then there's this element of like, oh, you don't know this, you're dumb. And I don't know, when did anyone ever know everything? I don't know. I think there's just this lack of understanding that we all have our own books and we all of our chapters look differently. But there's this I think it comes off as like, oh, this is how I feel connected to community. Maybe because we have a poor sense of community these days. We don't have third spaces. We do a lot of stuff online. Kids aren't playing in cul-de-sacs anymore. You know, it's like maybe maybe it's this way that the kids have kind of tried to adapt and evolve to find community is by being the same. And I don't know. It always comes off like bullying and condescending to me. I don't know. Maybe now I'm just on a pedestal cuz I get so sad for people. I don't know. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you weren't. Oh, you're just so dumb you didn't know that? Like I didn't don't we all have our own strengths? Is memorizing information that we learned in school really what defines us and what makes us valuable humans? Is everyone's brain working the same exact way and always knowing the same exact thing and always having the same exact thoughts really what we want? Don't we want people to break out of that mold? Don't we want things to be created that excite us and exhilarate us and make us think and give us pause and 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 let us like experience things from a different point of view? Doesn't that build more empathy too when we can experience things from different point of views, when we can have different point of views? What is this censorship of self that we've inflicted on ourselves because of the internet? That's a doozy. That's a doozy. That's kind of where it's landing for me. Obviously, in Carol's story, it's very, I think, rooted and wrapped up in her identity as being a gay woman and having been sent to conversion therapy, which is traumatic. And I think a lot of who she is kind of sits on this sits on this foundation of not being loved or accepted for who she was from her own mother, which is an incredibly damaging thing. I mean, she's made a life for herself, right? She above all the odds accepted who she was enough to get married. That's really hard to do. Um, it's really hard to do when your mother doesn't accept you. She got married, but she still censored herself in a lot of different ways. She still changed her main character to be a man. And then the world accepted that book and loved that book. But that book was always a sore point for Carol because it wasn't really what she wanted to create. Not just because it wasn't this big old think piece where you can be a big thinker and you pretend like you're smarter than everyone. No, not because of that, but because the main character in it was a lie. And every time she tried to kill off this man, she wasn't allowed to kill him off. Literally in the first episode, that woman said, "If you kill off Raban, I won't read anymore." And so then I think because this character who wasn't ever supposed to be embodied by this man and was changed to be this man because of shame, because of deep, deep shame that still lives in Carol, believe it or not, it it hurts and and when you create your life on that and you have to live with that every single day and you have to sit with that fact, it's like you have to you're overdosing on shame and shame and regret every single day. And then it's like this little thing. I mean, it's not little. This little part of you that hates who you are just continues to grow. Because I think a lot of Carol's unhappiness is because she doesn't like she accepts who she is to an extent, but like I think she hates herself a lot. That's what things like conversion therapy will do to someone. It will make them hate themselves. Like, yes, she accepted that she liked women enough to marry one, but I don't at all think that was an easy road to get there. And obviously, I don't think Carol's an easy woman to love. I do not think, and I think she still deserves to be loved. But yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like Helen was the right type of person to love who Carol was and understood Carol enough to love her through her insufferable qualities. And then she was so lucky to have someone like that, but that's a dime a dozen, right? That is not the kind of person that you'll find all the time, because when you're somebody who hates yourself as much as Carol hates herself, God, that's exhausting to be around. It is, respectfully. So Helen, you know, like Helen, I think Helen was there willingly. I don't think she was forced to be in that relationship by any means, but I do think I don't think that there are a lot of people who would have loved Carol the way that Helen did. I think Helen just understood Carol. And that can help a lot in those moments when your person is being kind of insufferable. You're like, but I know where it's coming from. So stemming from that pain, it's stemming from this deep desire to be accepted for who you are. And by creating this piece of work that defined her life in this bubble of shame and possibly self-hatred. I truly think self-hatred, but I'm maybe I'm projecting there, but like to put yourself in that position, I think is hard and messy and complicated and dark and unforgiving and relentless. Torture. Traumatic day after day. But she did it to herself, and I bet she regrets it, honestly. But then on the other side, would her book have been as profitable? Would her book have been as successful if she wrote it the way that she wanted to? Possibly not. And I think that also weighs on her, She takes the safe road because she's afraid. She's been told that she's unwanted and unlovable in the most intense way. To be unloved by your mother is such a deep cut to who you are, to your soul, and that's pretty hard to forget, even if she was in therapy. So I think she did a lot of things to be accepted, but then also didn't have the patience to, I don't know, suck up to people. She's not a people pleaser, that's for damn sure. But I do think she's onto something, and that's why they all left. Because otherwise, I don't know, I think they would communicate with her more. I wonder if they're watching her, because I'm just worried, like, when the wolf thing happened, I was really worried that she would get mauled or something and need them. And then I was thinking, well, hey, that is a way for them to, like, have to kind of come back and aid her if she's injured like that. But it's better that they're not there, because that's, like, what they think is they're protecting themselves, and they've, like, right, they're like, okay, we're gonna leave, we're gonna drop everything immediately. What they didn't think about is that she's so curious about this question, about figuring out what's going on, that she literally is tracking down all of these locations to find answers, to figure out what they're ingesting and how to turn them. That it's like, yeah, but that's like, your lack of attention on her and focus on her is how she's gonna figure this out. So funny for them. And we'll see what's gonna happen next episode. I kind of hate this, but it is what it is. Episode 6, titled HTP. I'm not gonna read the little description, but it does have an image of the man whose name I can't remember right now, but the one who had, like, the Air Force One and all the ladies. So I'm kind of excited to see him again. It's an interesting and hell of a job to Reah Seehorn once again, who pretty much did an entire episode on her own, and that is such a feat. That is such a wild feat of I just to fill that time up, to make it enjoyable, to make me so mad that we finally got an answer and they're withholding on us. Like, I was locked in, and just to feel things with her, to kind of sit with that grief again for a second, which she's so afraid to feel. And she keeps kind of drowning herself in, I think, trying to find answers and trying to turn things back, because that's the only thing she can do. I think she's handling it a lot better than I would. Be interested to see what happens next. 4 more episodes, so I'll see you in the next one, okay? It'll be next week, so it'll be Friday morning. So we got a few more days. We got this one early, but now we get next week at the normal time. So I'll see you on December. Well, I guess it'll be December. Well, yeah, it'll be sometime December 5th. Late December 4th, early December 5th. That I'll see you again. Okay, thanks for being here. Bye, guys.